Hey guys, it's April over at the Resellers Learning Curve. Happy Thursday! The reason that I am making this video today is because I am leaving my local-ish Goodwill store. It's not terribly local to me, but it's in a reasonable driving distance, and it's the store that, quite frankly, is the best store in our region. So I try to come here at least once a day, but if I'm being completely honest, I actually am at this particular store twice a day. So I've been hanging out at Goodwill this past week, doing a regular 1-2, seeing what I can see, not really sourcing, as I talked about on the Reseller Stew and in my last video, because I'm trying to get processes in place and start to chip away at my backlog so I can make some money, sell some stuff, and go shopping and have a lot of fun. Well, Goodwill is interesting this week because after a really rough dry season, donations are starting to come back in, and the clothing donations are super intriguing, and here's why. Yesterday, if you watched the Reseller Stew today, you'll know that I talked about this kid's outfit that they had. I had the pants, the lady behind me in line had the top. I hate to break up sets like that at thrift stores. I think it's kind of wasteful to break up a set, and it was a new attack set. So I let her have the pants, but the brand was Jelly the Pug, which is not something that you're going to see every day and not something that you're going to see a lot of. Well, that was early yesterday on my lunch break that I went to the store and I gave up the pants, and I got a few other kids items, which I pretty much, I gave all of those to my coworker. They weren't even for me. But last night I stopped back at Goodwill, and they had a cart of clothes that they were tagging, because you know they have to put, like, well, they don't have to, but in our local region, the way you know the price of an item is the color tags. And every so often, one of the color tags, after it's been in the store for so much time, it's $1. So all red tags are $1, all blue tags are $1, all black tags are $1. You get the point. So they were tagging the clothes, but our local Goodwill store no longer has a full-time person doing this, whereas they previously did. So the employees are all kind of chipping in. So they'll drag the cart out to a front little section of the store, and they'll tag the items, put them on hangers, and then put them on a Xerox to go to the floor. Well, yesterday when I was there, there was a cart that a lady was working on, and I have enough experience at this store that I know this worker, and she used to do the shoes, and she hates when people reach in the cart, so I definitely wasn't going to let her see me reach in her cart of clothes. But I did reach in a cart of clothes because I saw a dress, and the dress looked really interesting to me. It looked like a sheer silk flower dress. So I pulled the dress out, and it's actually a Susie Chin for Anthropologie dress. So at this point, I'm like, wow, these donations are really interesting. I need to keep a closer eye on the clothing. So I went in today and I picked up, I think, 4 pieces, and quite frankly, some of them might not be worth selling, but since women's clothing really isn't my thing and it's not something that I talk about a great deal, I'm gonna do a video on those items because I want to talk about just Anthropologie items in general, how to recognize them, how to check them, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna do that later. However, the reason that I'm making this video today is because the past 2 days at my local store, the items that have been coming out that are of value are items that I wouldn't normally see because they're in sections where I would not normally shop. For instance, I just don't shop in the kids section. I never shop in the kids section. My daughter, in case you don't know, I have a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and she would never wear thrift store clothes. Like, occasionally I might get her a piece, but I love to go to like stores and buy her the fanciest things because it's my little girl, and I'm kind of old to be having a 3-year-old, so I spoil her a little bit. So point being, I don't shop in thrift stores typically for my daughter, so I never go through those sections. If I would not have went through those sections, I would not have known that there are great items right now in that section. Another example is today when I was in there, I just decided, well, first of all, I saw a skirt that looked really interesting to me. And the skirt was interesting because it was kind of bohemian. And that's usually that's your first hint that you could be on to something that's from Anthropologie. And you check the REN number and all that good stuff. But I ended up picking up 4 items that were Anthropologie items. So I'm going to do a haul video on that later. But in the meantime, I want to challenge you guys to tackle an area in a thrift store that you don't normally shop in. Tomorrow or the next time you go to a thrift store, in addition to doing what you always do, your niche and that thing that you're special at, that section that you can go in and just own it in like 3 minutes flat, because I have a couple of those sections where I just go in and I know exactly what's of value in that section almost instantly. I want you to challenge yourself. Go to a section where you never go and see if you can spot items of value, because quite frankly, the only way to excel as a reseller is to train your picker eye. You have to learn how to recognize items that hold value, items that you can sell. And while it's fun to focus on that stuff that we know so well and that stuff that makes us comfortable, that's not how we grow. We grow when we challenge ourselves and we do something different. So that's my challenge to you today. I ask all of you to please, next time you go to the thrift store, go to a section that you've never been to before. See what you can find. Use your eBay app. Do not just wing it and pick up some stuff. Use your eBay app. Check the sold listings and let me know how you do, because I think that this is the #1 way that you can grow as a picker, as a reseller. You really have to get out there and learn how to spot all types of things that are worth money. So today, like I said, I'm going to be shooting another video. I probably will not upload that video today, but I will shoot it today. And I want you guys to let me know what you find. You can leave that in the comments, because I do check those. If you participate in my channel at all, you know that I do respond to comments. Or you can hop over to the Resellers Learning Curve Facebook group and you can post your finds in there, because eventually I'll upload this video over there as well. So I hope that you guys learned something from this. I hope you are having a very successful day, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace.